We return now with team coverage on the FBI investigation of the Vigo County School Corporation. We'll go live with News 10's Hunter Petroviak. He begins the story at the corporation's administration building. We also have a report from News 10's Brittany Earle from another investigation site, that's McLean High School, and we'll find out the very latest on a school board executive session. It started at 4 o'clock. Well, let's start where it all began. That's at the Vigo County School Corporation Administration Building. That's the corporation's headquarters. News 10's Hunter Petroviak has been there for the last 7 hours on the scene as FBI agents raided that building this morning. Hunter joins us now live with the latest developments. Hunter.
Susie, we've been out here since about 9:30 this morning, and actually FBI agents have been loading this white truck up behind me with apparently what I would say would be evidence. We actually have a camera on the other side, so we'll have that footage for you later. But investigators have been out here for about 8 hours. We're actually not sure what this investigation is about yet. We have not been able to confirm it. We just know that they're investigating at several locations throughout the area. Now, when we were out here earlier around the 11 o'clock hour, we actually saw Superintendent Danny Tanous leave, and then not too long after that, we saw business manager Jay Etling leave the area. The Vigo County School Corporation did release this statement to News 10. They say the Vigo County School Corporation is fully cooperating with law enforcement and understands that there has been no formal identification by law enforcement of any Vigo County Corporation employee as a target in this matter. Now, these agents out here kind of removing items from the building is the first kind of movement that we've seen for quite some time, but it's really only been FBI agents in and out all day, kind of taking materials in, looking into what's going on here. And as always, we'll continue to follow this story and bring updates when we can. We're live in Terre Haute. Hunter Petroviak, back to you in the studio, Susie.
Thank you so much, Hunter. And our team coverage continues this afternoon. That's as we learn of more places the FBI is investigating. News 10's Brittany Earle was at one of those locations and has information from an eyewitness.
News 10 received a tip stating the FBI and Indiana State Police were inside McLean High School. Earlier today, I tried to talk to somebody inside the school. I was told by a teacher that the principal, Mrs. Conley, was inside the school, but I was told I was not allowed inside the building. Outside, I spoke to a student who told me she saw police inside the school.
They were some police officers and an FBI agent is all I saw. They were walking around the school, and when I left my class, they were just sitting in the cafeteria. All of them were talking.
After speaking with this student, there are still a lot of unanswered questions. I will say I haven't seen any police officers or FBI agents come in or out of the building. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Brittany. FBI investigators could also be found at the school corporation's transportation department up on Maple Avenue. News 10's Lacey Clifton was positioned at that site. So what did you see while you were there, Lacey?
Good evening, Susie. News 10 arrived on scene around 11 this morning. An Indiana State police officer was posted outside the transportation center as FBI agents worked inside the building. The officer told us the building was on lockdown, but that's all he could release. While on scene, a number of FBI agents exited and entered the main building as part of their investigation, with some agents even venturing to an outbuilding. Now around noon, 2 school buses tried to enter the center, but were stopped by building maintenance workers and not allowed to drive the buses inside the gates. The bus drivers were not able to speak with us either, but just after 2 this afternoon, the boxes started coming out of the building in droves. On scene, we counted over 20 boxes and at least 4 computer towers. The FBI left the scene just before 3 this afternoon. Susie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Lacey. The Vigo County School Board met in executive session this afternoon, not at their regular location at the corporation office, but at Terre Haute North Vigo High School. And that's where News 10's Aaliyah Blackburn is at this hour. And Aaliyah, we want to know, is anybody talking about what's unfolding today?
Susie, no, they're not talking right now, but again, we are outside Terre Haute North Vigo High School, and that's where school board members are meeting right now for an executive session. Now, we do have a copy of the official meeting agenda. There are a variety of topics being discussed, but 2 items that really stick out to us are items number 8 and 9, and I'm just going to read these verbatim here. Number 8 says, with respect to any individual over whom the board has jurisdiction to receive information concerning the individual's alleged misconduct and to discuss before determining the individual's status as an employee or an independent contractor who is a physician. Number 9 goes on to say for discussion of records classified as confidential by state or federal statute. Again, that's the only official information that we have to go off of at this point. But in the meantime, we'll be camped out right here working to get new details and information. So keep it locked in to WTHI-TV for further updates. Reporting from Terre Haute North, Aaliyah Blackburn, back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah. And that obviously will be the story moving forward as the corporation continues to try to do school business as usual this summer while they're being investigated. Again, we have shared a great deal of information with you over the last few minutes, and this story is still developing. Stay updated on all new developments over at WTHI-TV.com.